Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh, I was so hyped to see this. Oh, I was so hyped to see this. Justice League. Justice League. I was so hyped to see this, just like I was when the Avengers first came out. It came out, and man, oh, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, that's your opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. You're entitled to yours. But I enjoyed it. But this is the review for the Justice League. There's a few points that I want to talk about, and we're going to jump right into it. And also disclaimer: this might be there are spoilers included, possibly. I didn't mean to, but there are just some things I just had to talk about. It's the first, it's the Justice League. This is DC's Avengers, or Avengers is Justice League is DC's Avengers, or the Avengers are Marvel's Justice League. I don't know, either way you want to look at it. Why is my screen brightness so down? Okay, either way you want to look at it, we're gonna jump right into it. Initially, did I already say it? But anyway, if I hadn't already said it, I might have. I'm sorry, just. But yeah, there might be spoilers included. I apologize if there are, but this is a disclaimer. If you don't want to hear spoilers, don't watch this video. But if you don't mind, continue watching. I'd appreciate if you continued watching. But I mean, if I'm watching a video and I want to see a movie coming up and I don't want to hear the spoilers, I'd exit out too. So I don't blame you. Okay, I'm back. I don't know. I think I was leaning against a wall earlier and it irritated my back or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. Jumping right into it, initially, at the beginning of the film, was sort of a montage of Morning Superman. Just as something I want to point out, it was really well shot. I enjoyed it visually as a mass media major. I enjoyed it. It was a very visual. It was Zack Snyder. It was like Zack Snyder-ish. It's like, he's directing it. He had to take off time for a while for personal issues, and then it was taken over by Joss Whedon. And I read that I wasn't really paying much attention to the credits. But yeah, I think they said that Joss Whedon got screenplay credit. But yeah, it was like the beginning was like a real well shot montage to Superman and his death, and like Ben Affleck says numerous times in the trailer how he was a beacon for hope and yada yada yada.
The world needs Superman. I made him a promise.
But it was really well shot. It was Zack Snyder-ish, straight from 300 and Sucker Punch and all that. Batman vs Superman, the slow-mo action. I mean, just right off the bat, it grabbed my attention. Not with action, I'm looking right at myself. I'm supposed to be looking right here. I gotta work on that. But I just enjoyed it. It was really well shot. Just Snyder-ish with the slow motion and everything. It grabbed my attention, not action wise, but just emotionally wise. I don't know I went with a few guys here at the school. I don't know if it did for them, but just personally for me, it grabbed my attention. For others that have seen it, I don't know if it did the same for you. But just these are my personal nitpicks and my personal opinions about it. And right at the beginning, you saw this trailer. You saw this scene also in the trailer. Wonder Woman went ham on those terrorists. She busted. They just threw the door bust in there, dodging bullets and stuff, and then she was using her wrist bracelets things to block the bullets. Boom! Grabbed that dude, just shucked him behind and threw him into the brick wall. Didn't care what happened to him, and that was really cool. She was just going ham though. It was like, who are you? I'm a believer. I loved her. I really loved her in the movie last night, because I was real upset I wasn't able to get to Wonder Woman before Justice League. I think last night I watched it because I stayed up pretty late last night after we got back. Was it last night or was it? It was sometime. It was sometime. But whenever we got back from the movie, sometime that night I think I watched it. I remember watching it. I can't remember when it was though. I enjoyed Wonder Woman. She did so good, Gal Gadot, in her portrayal of Wonder Woman. She did really good, and she did not disappoint in this movie. She did not disappoint in Justice League either, in my opinion. She did really good. She was just going ham, pow, she was just, she did really good. Other characters to talk about, Aquaman. Jason Momoa. I've never really been much of a fan of Aquaman because just okay, he's swimming, he controls the water, he talks to the fish, he's the leader of Atlantis. Okay, whatever. Like, I really enjoyed it. He was really cool. I mean, he was real cool. He was the surfer. He was the cool surfer, drunk dude. And he was just like, he was the loner. He didn't really like, I mean, that could be said like for the bunch of them, but like his characters like best depicted like the loner, because like the lone wolf, also because of his facial hair looked like a wolf. But he did really good. I enjoyed him. He had some, I would say, I'm gonna get to him later. The more comic relief was the Flash, but Aquaman certainly had his comedic moments. It was like the subject of just Batman, just like a dude dressing like a bat. It was so funny.
Just like a bat. I dig it. Maybe temporary. Yeah!
Oh, he was so good. He was, yeah! That all the time in this stuff.
Yeah!
Oh, I enjoyed him. Oh, he did really good. I love this portrayal of Aquaman. I mean, there's only other portrayals is a cartoon portrayal and the Smallville portrayal of Arthur Curry, but I really enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed it. The whole I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed Aquaman. His portrayal was really great and cool. He was just all around cool. I mean, like, and then like one time the lasso of truth was wrapped around him. He got real emotional for a second, and he was just like, "Oh, we're probably going to die anyway." He was just so and so. He's like, "Oh well, you're uptight, you're boring, so and so." And then he turned to one reason, and you're just gorgeous. It was like, what is this coming from? And then he said, "I mean, just there's a lot of personal stuff I got going through. I'm held off to myself. I'm guarded." And then one of them had the lasso of truth around his ankle. It was really funny. We're just like, dang, that's why he's being like this. It was so funny. And then he turned to Flash, and he was like, "Oh, you should tell anybody about this, so and so." He did really good. I enjoyed him anyway. Anyway, moving on. The Flash. Flash was hilarious. I enjoyed the Flash. Flash was the kid of the group. I mean, there was a good couple of, Aquaman and Aquaman, Flash, and Cyborg, they were all the newbies. But Flash acted like a newbie. He was the kid in the group. He was the child, the child, pretty much. He was the child of the group.
Do you really think that...
Oh, wow, they really just vanish. Huh? Oh, that's rude.
It was really funny. He's one. He was just so like there maybe a little bit ADHD. He's just like just talks so fast and everything. It was just because I guess that's for his character. He runs fast, so I guess he thinks faster too, and it all blends together. But Ezra Miller, he did really good. I really enjoyed Ezra Miller. Cause he just, everything he did. There's this one scene where he saved Wonder Woman and he was laying on top of her and he used his speech like, shoo! And then she looked around and said, "Oh, was he laying on top of me?" He's like, I didn't do anything. It was so funny though, man. And then I'm gonna get to there's not much I can say. I mean, it's just more visually that you have. It's more visually that you have to see it for yourself. But I enjoyed Aquaman, Flash. I mean, there's so much I could say. I just can't think of it right now. And it's more like you have to see it for yourself. Ugh, what was that gnat? It was like a gnat flying around. It's so much I want to say, but you have to see it for yourself. They just... Same thing with Cyborg and also, what's his name? Joe Morton, Papa Pope from Scandal. I enjoyed, there was like many interactions I enjoyed in the film. I enjoyed Flash and Aquaman's interactions, because it's like it was like big brother, little brother. It's like so like that. It's like Flash would do something, and then Aquaman would do something. Like just like I said, when he was getting real emotional and he turned to Flash, he's like, "You tell anybody about this?" And Flash was just like, "I don't remember what you said." It was funny. It was like more big brother, little brother. Same for Cyborg and Flash, big brother and little brother, but like Cyborg sort of like Flash is like Aquaman's the cooler brother, and then like Cyborg is the more chill brother. It's like they were like when they were when they were at the graveyard or something like that. See, I'm trying not to say too much, but I'm going to say a good bit. That's why I said it was a spoiler alert. When they were at the graveyard, and Flash was like, oh, I mean, this doesn't feel right. And it's like, does this not feel right to you? And then Cyborg was like, yep. And they just kept going. He's like, oh, we're just going to, oh, okay. And then he said something funny. Cyborg thought it was funny. And then he's like, yeah. And he tried to fist bump. And he's like, nope, too soon? Okay. That's funny. Then, like, it was just real good interactions. Aquaman, I don't think there was much interaction between Aquaman and Cyborg. I think Aquaman said a few words or something like that about Cyborg. I can't remember what they are, but I don't think they reacted much. The interaction between Cyborg and Papa Pope sort of like, it reminded me of sort of mirrored Alfred and Bruce in a way. That's what it reminded me of. Because Cyborg was the brooding character, because he's like, oh, I'm a monster, I'm a machine. I wake up and I found out a new type of thing about me, and you made this monster. It's like that. It was like, I enjoyed their interaction, because sometimes like the important characters get pushed to the side, not like in the way like I wouldn't say like Flash's dad, because Flash's dad was in it, because like the story's like, yeah, Flash's dad was framed for killing his mom and he's in prison or something like that. They had an interaction. I mean, that wasn't really pushed to the side. I mean, his dad's in prison, so they really couldn't be. But interaction between them, oh, my battery's about to die. Hold on. All right, we cool now. I'll cut that out. My battery's about to die. But yeah, it's just a lot of good interactions, because sometimes the characters are to themselves, and some characters get pushed to the side in favor of more important characters. I didn't feel like that happened. If it did happen, I didn't really notice it much. But yeah, I enjoyed like the interactions also between like Lois and Martha when they were mourning Clark Superman. When they were mourning Clark, it was a pretty decently timed scene of them. They were just because Lois was still struggling with mourning and stuff, and she wasn't like her full on job. She was just doing little. There's just a gnat flying around the room. It was like she was doing little small stories and stuff, and Martha just. It was funny because it's so like usually you would think like, oh, okay, well the daughter-in-law is checking up on the mother, but it was sort of in a way that the mother-in-law was checking up on the daughter, because she was like, because I mean I know the mom was going through it because she lost her son, but she was like, in my opinion, she was more Martha was more comforting to Lois than Lois was to Martha, because Lois was going through it more. Was going through the heartache more, and I was like, oh, okay. They just took a scene specifically out for them, and they were just sitting outside in a room, just talking about Clark and stuff and how they were dealing with it. I was just like, oh, okay. Like story-wise, it's like they're trying to focus more on the story than like all the action and the CGI and stuff. I was like, okay, I got you. There was a Green Lantern tease. I was like, oh my god, I saw it. It's right there. Oh, it was so cool. Because they were talking about like how Steppenwolf came down thousands of years ago or something like that with the mother boxes. And it was like a team of the gods and the Athenians and the Atlanteans and then the Lantern. Did they say Lantern? I don't think they said Lantern specifically, but they said it was a team. They said the other ones, and then they didn't really say like the Lanterns by name. I'm not really sure. But you saw somebody in green fight, and I was like, wait a minute. And he was fighting. Then the guy fell down, and his hand opened up, and then the ring rolled off his finger, and it like, and it just, I was like, oh, yeah, the Lantern is coming. I got so hyped into myself, because like I was like sort of at the end of our little row. It was like us forcing it. I was at the end of it. And I'm over there like, because they were more discussing the movie, and I was sort of like over there taking notes on my phone. I was like, okay, I was like, I gotta talk about that. I was taking notes on my phone, but it was just like, oh, so cool. I got so hyped about that. Be like, because I know they got like a Green Lantern core movie coming up soon. But I was like, oh, okay, yeah, there it is. Okay, all right, yeah, it's coming. Okay. I mean, if the movies keep being as good as they are, they'll keep coming. But yeah, I was like, oh, okay, all right, I see y'all trying to slip us something right now. All right, okay, cool, all right. But just, in my opinion, I think Idris Elba would play, I forgot what the black Green Lantern's name is, because I'm not really into the Green Lanterns like that. Same as like Aquaman and Flash. I wasn't really a I wasn't really a fan of Aquaman and Flash before this movie. Cyborg, I knew Cyborg from Teen Titans, but that's pretty much it. So I was like, okay, yeah. I was cool with Cyborg and everything from that. But I wasn't really a fan of like the Flash and Aquaman. I was like, okay, he swims and controls water. All right, and he runs fast. All right, but I mean, I enjoyed them and their portrayals in this show. That's why That's why I don't really watch the Flash TV show. I'm just not really a fan of it. Even with all the villains and the stuff and the storylines, I'm not really interested. But just their portrayals in this film, I'm like, okay, I'm jumping on like as far as fans go, 'cause I really enjoyed them in this film. But like, yeah, like, just in my opinion, I think Idris Elba would be a good choice to play the Black Green Lantern. Even, I mean, it's sort of hard because people get real critical about that when like they jump over, because people got mad, like fanboys got mad when J.K. Simmons, I'm scratching my leg, I apologize if I got real close to the camera. When J.K. Simmons jumped over from doing the Spider-Man trilogy to playing Commissioner Gordon, which I'm getting to in a second. And they got real upset about that. And when Ben Affleck was, when he played Daredevil, which I thought was pretty good, but people just didn't see it that way. But I thought the movie was pretty good. I don't know, like, about character-wise, about the comic books and stuff, because I don't read the Daredevil comic books. But they got real upset when they was like, so Ben Affleck's gonna play Daredevil, then he's gonna play Batman? Oh, okay, you gonna jump ship like that? I don't think you can do that. And I was like, but why not? I mean, but why not? I really don't understand that. They said the same thing when Ryan Reynolds went from Green Lantern to Deadpool. And I was like, okay, I really don't see the big deal about it, but okay. Y'all want to get mad about it? Okay. So, oh dang, I just thought of something. They must have thrown a fit when Chris Evans got recasted from the Human Torch to play Captain America, because, wait, never mind, they must have not really. But, I mean, it's sort of weird, because, like, I mean, it's the same universe, sort of. I'm going to stop talking, see, I'm getting too much into it. Fanboys might rip my head off. But, okay, moving on. Commissioner Gordon, you didn't see him that much in it, which I was sort of disappointed by. I mean, I know he's probably gonna be more in the Batman solo film, but I thought he could have been in it a little bit more. I mean, you really didn't see him much. I mean, like, you saw him appear once. He interacted at the GCPD. Then he interacted with the Justice League for a little bit. And then I think you saw him like one more time, and he didn't even have any lines in that scene. So I was, okay, but I enjoyed it. So like for the little bit I saw him, J.K. Simmons did him real good. Had a pretty good hairpiece on, like he did J. Jonah Jameson in the Spider-Man trilogy, which I talked about earlier. But yeah, he did good. Mustache looked cool. My Commissioner Gordon's always gonna be Gary Oldman from the Dark Knight trilogy. He's always gonna be my Commissioner Gordon, just like Heath Ledger's gonna always be my Joker. But he did pretty good. He did a pretty good portrayal of Commissioner Gordon in the time that I saw. Superman versus the Justice League. This is where I'm getting into spoiler territory. Superman comes back to life, obviously, but the way they brought him back was surprising. They got the mother boxes that helped create Cyborg, and they put they dug up Superman. I was like, oh my god. That's why I was saying when Cyborg and Flash were interacting at the graveyard. They dug up Superman, took him to they broke into the Kryptonian ship. They put him in the same waters that created a Doomsday, and they mixed Superman with the mother boxes with the help of like the energy for the Flash's speed. And they resurrected Superman, and he came back, and he was looking around. He was all confused, but he only had a few memories. It was just like a little confusing, because if anything, I would think like he would have his most recent memories, and his most recent memories was him fighting side by side with Wonder Woman and Batman against Doomsday. But when he came back, though, his earliest memories for some reason was early on, when he was angry at Batman because he thought Batman was some sort of menace or some thug or some I don't know. But those are his earliest memories, and that didn't make much sense to me. But I was like, okay, we're moving on, continue on with the movie. And he was just like, his weird looking face, because I guess they had to CGI his face, because they said like, because I heard a report they had to CGI his face because he's in a Mission Impossible movie. And they didn't want him to shave his mustache, because I think they had to go back and refilm some stuff after he'd already started filming Mission Impossible. And they didn't want to shave his mustache for some reason. It didn't make any sense to me. So they had to CGI his mustache away, and I guess it messed up his face. It messed up on his face a little bit. Because it looked funny. He was it was like real square. I mean, like, cause his face is already like chiseled jaw line or whatever, but his face looked real like crimson. Not like so yeah, so like crimson chin line, just like. Let me see if I can do this. I can't really do it. I look stupid. What am I doing? Well, yeah, it just looked really weird. The CGI on his face, I mean, it was alright. It wasn't really outrageous, but you could just tell something was off. In my opinion, maybe I just nitpicked it more than others. But yeah, he was going off on all of them. It all started because he first was all like, he didn't remember. He was just looking like, who are they? He was like scanning them with his eyes, like, and then he got on the Cyborg, and there was like no heartbeat coming from him. And then Cyborg's like firing system or something like that. It was like, oh, it picked up like Superman is a hostile or something like that and fired on him. And then Superman like dodged it or something like that, and he got angry. Started attacking everybody. He was attacking all the metahumans and Cyborg and stuff. Then Batman came and he saw Batman. He was like, he remembered Batman. That's why I said it didn't make any sense. He went to Batman and started attacking him. And then he picked him up in the sky and he was like, tell me, do you bleed? With his weird looking mouth and teeth and jawline. Lois came, calmed him down, took him back to the Kent farm to calm him down while his memories came back and stuff. But he was just taking them all out. They were all jumping on him, and he's like, Then Flash, so cool. It was a Flash came, and Flash came. He was doing his little fast thing, and he was fighting them all. Superman was fighting them all, and he was like, and then Flash went into super speed. And at first, you was sitting there, because Superman wasn't moving. It's like, oh, dang, he's faster than them. Dang, he's faster than them. Then all of a sudden, Superman was like, wait a minute. It was like, wait, hold on. It was like this. Let me just turn real quick. Because he was holding, he's like, Arr. Then, like, Flash is coming up behind him. And then Superman was just like he turned towards Flash, and Flash was just like, oh, my gosh. It was so funny. And then the Superman just turned, and they had a slow motion fight. I mean, it was super fast, but like they slowed it down for us to be able to see. Superman was like, and then Flash was like, oh, it was so cool. They had a little super speed fight, Superman versus Flash, and it was like, oh, okay, yeah. There was so many hype moments for me. I was really enjoying it. But yeah, and that's why I was upset, because the movie ended, and I was like, okay, well, yeah, they're going to have a end credit scene. But the guys I was with, they was like, okay, yeah, let's go see another movie. I was like, well, what about the end credit scenes? Okay, we can look them up. I was like, all right, fine, all right. Because I guess they didn't think it was going to be anything special. So, yeah, we went to go see another movie. We left, looked it up, and, First of all, it was the Superman versus Flash speed fight. Like it was a race. Well, we're talking speed fight. It's a race, but they raced, and I was like, we missed that. What? Oh my gosh! So I have to try to look it up on some illegal website. I didn't say that. They have to try to look. I have to try to look up, or try to catch the movie again, so I can watch the end credit scene, so I can see that. Because I missed Superman versus Flash fighting. Racing. I was like, oh my gosh. I would have loved to see that. I would have been, it was just for fun, but I still would have loved to see it. And I was like, dang it. And then also the other one was like, I was, like, that one I was like more hype, like hurt hype-wise. And I was like, man, I missed that. Oh my gosh, I missed it. And then the other one I was like, like story-wise, I was like, dang, we missed that. Lex Luthor broke out of prison, and he's recruiting Deathstroke, played by Joe Manganiello. If you don't know Joe Manganiello, he's married to Sofia Vergara, and he was on True Blood, I think, and Magic Mike. But I was like, because like they were saying that he was cast as Deathstroke, and then because like I think I saw pictures of some online, and he looked real. I saw pictures. I was like, let's get it going. Let's go. See, they got the casting. They got the storylines. They got the best characters in comic book history aside from Marvel, but we ain't talking about them right now. This is DC. They got these great characters. They just gotta be able to use them properly. They got Deathstroke and Lex Luthor. I'm like, let's go. Do this right. Come on now. Superman finally used the ice breath, because I was like, okay, he's got all this stuff. He's got all these powers when he was fighting Zod and them or whatever. Superman. Freeze Batman or whatever, put him up, hang him up in a club or something like that, like when like Penguin did to Riddler, and like Mr. Freeze froze him, and then he put him in the iceberg lounge or something like that. Got the ice breath, freeze Batman or whatever. Fight's over. But no, he didn't use it. But he used it in this movie. He used it against Steppenwolf. He's like, I was like, yeah, there it is. I knew you had it somewhere. Where was it earlier? I don't know, but that's not the point you be having now. Yeah. And wrapping it up, that was just basically about the story, about the plot of the story. I enjoyed it. Wrapping it up, the comedic tone sort of reminded me of Thor Ragnarok. It was just, I mean, if you can get past it first that this isn't like your usual previous. It was like, if you can get past that this is not like your previous installments of like the universe. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, like Thor 3. You're used to Thor 1, like it was directed by like Kenneth Branagh. It was like Shakespearean, and it was like, I will return for you. It's time. It's like I will not fight you, brother. You're not my brother. You never was. And all that Shakespearean stuff, and then Thor 2 is pretty much the same thing, but they altered from it a little bit. Where does that come from? But yeah, and then Thor 3 is like, oh, we're a comedy now because y'all don't like all that serious and stuff. Y'all like there to be action, comedy, and drama, but like for comedy to have a head over it. That's how Marvel does it. And then Justice League, it was like, oh, Man of Steel, we got the serious Superman. We got the serious Superman going through his personal drama. And then Batman vs Superman, we got this brooding, murdering Batman. 1% chance that we have to wipe out the entire human race. We have to take it as an absolute certainty. We got that Batman, and then this Batman, he's literally getting choked out by Superman. And he's over here cracking jokes. And then when he got thrown against a car or something like that, and he's most definitely got like deep bruises. He's talking about, oh yeah, something's definitely bleeding. Something's definitely broken. He's cracking jokes about it. I thought it was funny. I enjoyed it, but some people might be bothered by the turn, because I heard another reviewer say it, and I sort of agree. I enjoyed the brooding Batman, but I also enjoyed like the more Tony Starkish Batman, like cracking off jokes and stuff. Not full on Tony Stark, but it was just Tony Stark-ish, with like the cracking off of jokes and everything, and just thinks he's the leader, but he's not. But he might not possibly be at that time or something like that. But just, it's my opinion. It was a more comedic turn. Like for some people, they'll enjoy it. For some people, they'll miss the darker tone from the previous films. I'm not really gonna focus on Suicide Squad because I don't know. There was the good points, bad points, mostly bad points. I mean, they could have done so much better with the stuff that they had. But okay, not okay. We're not getting into that. Just gonna make me sad all over again. In conclusion, pass, rent, or buy. I'm giving this a buy. But like I said, comic books, you really can't take my word on. You can't really take my word on that, because comic books, I'm collecting them. Marvel movies, I'm collecting all of them. I've got all of them mostly, except like I said, Doctor Strange. Gotta get Thor Ragnarok. There's something else I'm missing, I think. I'm not sure. And then I gotta get and yes, I'm getting Suicide Squad. I mean, I might not watch that much, but I'm still gonna add it to the collection. I've got Man of Steel. I got Batman vs Superman. Gotta get Suicide Squad. I'm definitely getting Wonder Woman, of course. And then I'm gonna get Justice League, obviously, because I enjoyed it. But yeah, pass, rent, or buy. I'm definitely buying it, not just because of the collection, but I'm buying it because I generally enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed it story-wise. I mean, it was some stuff that was rushed, but I mean, they had to cut it down because I heard this was under 2 hours. I really didn't pay attention to time. I was just sitting there enjoying it. But yeah, they said they had to cut some stuff out. I'll probably catch what I missed in I'm gonna probably buy the whole extended version. I didn't buy the extended version for Batman vs Superman, because I think I put it on because my mom was like, okay, what you want for Christmas or whatever. So I wrote out a list. I was like, okay, this is what I want. I wrote down Batman vs Superman. I wrote extended edition, and then I put it in parentheses. But I guess she just saw Batman vs Superman. It was just like, there it is, and got it. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, I got the movie. I mean, that's good enough. I mean, it's not the one I would have wanted, but thank you, Mama. Merry Christmas. Okay, But yeah, I'm probably gonna do the same thing. Like, okay, yeah, I would prefer to get the Justice League Extended Edition if they make one. I mean, they're probably gonna make one. What am I talking about? But I would prefer to get the Extended Edition. But if not, I'll just take for the original movie because I enjoyed what I saw at the movie theater. I enjoyed it. Anyway, this has been my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, give it a like. If I don't know, I just went blank. I'm sorry. If you like to give it a like, if there's a movie that you would like, is this a movie that you would like for me to review, or a video or movie trailer you would like me to react to, comment down below. Feel free to share any of my videos. This one, previous ones, upcoming ones. Feel free to share them. If you haven't already, subscribe. And I will catch y'all on the flip side, on the dip side. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just start rambling and talking and wasting y'all's time, and I apologize. Catch y'all later.